We're on the scene of breaking news at this hour. A deadly motorcycle. It's pretty scary. They're called the flash mob robbers. We're talking 20, 30, 40 people, teens, walking into a store like this one, Annie. And yes, they can. One of the things, of course, is wearing a helmet. But there are other tips available, not only for motorcycle riders. It's best if you leave it out overnight. So far, we have one little stinker in here. Let me show you. Very little water here, but as you go towards the river, it starts to become flooded. Live with the York County Mobile Newsroom in New York, Ewa Roman, CBS 21 News.
A man breaks into his neighbor's home while he's away 2 times, and tonight CBS 21 News has exclusive video of him apparently caught in the act. CBS 21's Ewa Roman joins us live with the Dauphin County Mobile Newsroom in Lower Paxton Township with more on this exclusive video. And Ewa, why did he allegedly steal from his own neighbor?
Well, he lives with his dad, who tells me off camera today that his son, James Billow, has a history of breaking into people's homes. He's even stolen from his own dad. This is home video that shows 21-year-old James Billow breaking into his neighbor's house. In this one, he's seen jumping through a kitchen window. Here, he's seen in the bedroom, lifting up the mattress to see what he can find. After looking through the dresser, he hops on it to see what else he can take. He's inside a home on Hillside Drive in Lower Paxton Township, which belongs to his neighbor, Joe Benish.
You don't want to believe it's your neighbors. You know what I mean? You want to hope everybody's on the same page here. But at the same time, you kind of know, you talk to them in the back of your mind, you always, you have your feelings on who it is.
Joe said that someone has been breaking into his house for the past 2 years, so he finally decided to install some home surveillance cameras and caught Billow breaking in, not once, but twice.
You come home from work every once in a while, you realize certain things was missing or certain things wasn't left the way you left them.
From the outside, Joe showed us how Billow broke in.
Like this was pried open here. They pried that open. They cut that screen. Like lock this. And then that's what they would do. They would reach his hand down there.
Joe says that his neighbor would also make his way through a second-story window just to get his hands on a few things here and there, and then walk a few steps back to his house. Billow is in Dauphin County Prison. Other than those 2 times that he faces charges for breaking into Joe's home there, Lower Paxton police tell me that he'll also be charged now for the burglary at that home that happened back in May, and they're still investigating one that happened at the very same house in October. We're live with the Dauphin County Mobile Newsroom in Lower Paxton Township. Ewa Roman, CBS 21 News.
A Dauphin County woman has quite a story to tell CBS 21 News about a tongue lashing she took from a high-ranking state official, all of it over a parking spot. She says the man is a top-level official at the Pennsylvania Department of Public Welfare and lit into her for taking his parking space, which she only needed for a minute in an emergency. CBS 21's Ewa Roman is live at the Dauphin County Mobile Newsroom in Harrisburg. And Ewa, she had to get to a restroom and quick and never expected this.
Well, that's right. And in some cases, look, we've all been there, but Reverend Norma's emergency parking job out here turned quite ugly, she says. It's something she can't really get out of her mind. One afternoon in July, Reverend Norma Kenley Barber felt her medication kick in, and she just couldn't wait. So she quickly parked in a reserved spot in front of the Commonwealth Health and Welfare Building. She ran in to use the restroom. The spot belonged to the Public Welfare Department's Deputy Secretary for the Office of Income Maintenance, Philip Abramatz. He blocked her in.
And I couldn't get out. Well, honey, next thing I knew, here comes this man out of the building, and he leaned into my car. He said, "What part of reserve don't you understand?" I said, "What part of rude don't you understand?"
Miss Norma says he started yelling at her.
So then it went on, and he says, "Well, this here won't move." And he said, "The idiot." I said, "What do you call me?" To my son, I said, "No, he didn't call me that."
As soon as she had a chance, she drove off. Then she filed a complaint with police and the Public Welfare Department. Later, she received this apology letter from Abramatz.
Given the heat, my urgency to return to my office, and my frustrations, my actions were less than professional.
But to the Reverend, 22-year retired military veteran and summer day camp director, it's just an excuse. Abermatz did lose his reserved spot here and his state vehicle. We weren't able to talk to him today, but a spokesperson here tells us that the matter has been resolved. Coming up new at 5:30, wait until you hear what people out here have to say about all of this. Very interesting comments and reactions. That's at 5:30. For now, we're live with the Dauphin County Mobile Newsroom in Harrisburg tonight. Ewa Roman, CBS 21 News.
Well, two women barely escaped the flood as the water started to engulf a Pizza Hut while they worked. Tonight, in an exclusive interview, they told only CBS 21 News about those frightening minutes. CBS 21's Ewa Roman is live with the Dauphin County Mobile Newsroom in Derry Township. And Ewa, I can't even imagine being at work and suddenly having to escape a huge flood.
I know, Annie, certainly a scary situation. 1 minute these two women were inside working, and the next they are fighting for their lives. You can actually see here on the building how high the water got. If we were standing here that day, we would be underwater.
There are rocks everywhere.
Kathleen Edwards and Jordan Hoffman were working in the Pizza Hut off Hershey Park Drive Wednesday when the parking lot started flooding.
We weren't paying attention, and all of a sudden our cars were like underwater, so we went running through the water to get our cars out.
The water came fast. They had two choices, wait or go.
We were the first two to leave. I don't even know when the server left, when he climbed out of the drive-thru. We were out of there though, and like the whole entire parking lot was just underwater, like going up into the building.
Jordan and Kathleen decided they would try to drive out of it and drive home.
I was shaking. We were both shaking. We just wanted to get out of there because you looked out 1 minute and your car was there, and next thing the car was up, the water was up to your doors.
It was really scary because there was just water everywhere. I was shaking, I was panicking, oh, it was awful.
The women got home safely, but they still can't believe what they went through.
I didn't expect for my work to be completely underwater. I didn't think that that was going to happen, but it did in a matter of like seconds. It was crazy.
Now, we actually saw one man come to this Pizza Hut tonight to pick up a pizza that he ordered over the phone. Well, it turns out that that phone call that came to the store was rerouted to a store in Palmyra, and he didn't know that this building is now condemned. So keep that in mind. If you do call this store, your call is probably going to be rerouted. For now, we're live with the Dauphin County Mobile Newsroom in Derry Township. Tonight, Ewa Roman, CBS 21 News.
And we get you started at 5 with breaking news out of Dauphin County, where CBS 21 News has learned the Dauphin County District Attorney's Office charged a Middletown police officer within the last few hours. CBS 21's Ewa Roman broke the story that Officer Benjamin Lucas was under investigation earlier this year. She has this exclusive update live with the Dauphin County Mobile Newsroom in Harrisburg. Ewa, what can you tell us about these charges?
Well, Rob, the charges stem from an investigation that started around February. The Dauphin County District Attorney's Office tells me that Benjamin Lucas, who has been on paid administrative leave from the Middletown Borough Police Department, now has to turn himself into police. DA Ed Marsico tells me that late last year, Officer Lucas showed up to work at the Middletown Police Department off duty and drunk. He got into a fight with another officer there about driving drunk, and at some point during the argument, Officer Lucas allegedly pulled out his personal gun.
At some point during the discussion, Officer Lucas pulled out his gun, not his police department gun, but a personal weapon that he had, waved it and pointed it at an officer who was present there, as well as a civilian employee of Middletown Borough.
Officer Lucas now faces charges of aggravated assault by physical menace on a police officer, simple assault by physical menace, 2 counts of it recklessly endangering the welfare of another person, DUI, and public drunkenness. Now, DA Marsico also wanted to make it clear with me tonight that this is not a result of a recent investigation called on by Middletown Borough Councilman David Wren. This is a separate matter, he says. For now, we're live with the Dauphin County Mobile Newsroom in Harrisburg. Ewa Roman, CBS 21 News.